guys have 8 games left. Do you think right now, something that we've talked about during the year, do you have a number one goaltender right now, do you think?
No, we're still trying to figure that out, and I think it'll all kind of play out through practices and goalie ice sessions with Coach Tapp, and then the third part of it is the games. So I'll let them decide, and I think that's the good part about it is these guys have a chance and they have a say in it.
What has Hanson showed you last 3 games? I know, I guess you throw out the Colgate game the Cornell game because there wasn't anything you could do with that.
Right.
What has he shown you? He did 2 shutouts other than that game.
Well, what's nice about a goaltender that has short-term memory, like what you did with Colgate, which was great to see his response. So, against Cornell, his response versus Colgate. So with that said, to me, a really good goalie has a short-term memory. He's not going to hold it, and he made some really big saves for us in that Colgate game. That if you weren't at the game or didn't see highlights, then you wouldn't know. But going through it, I think the scoring chances were like 23-6. So I would say really a good 4 of those he made some nice saves for us. So, but to really answer your question, I just like a goaltender that has short-term memory and can come back.
With a couple days to digest last weekend, was Friday as bad as it looked when it was fresh, and was Saturday as good as it looked when that was fresh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just, again, some teams get it earlier or later. I guess that would put us in that category than others. My second year, I've said it, I believe before, is that team didn't get it till February, and made a nice little run. Now, I think we finished 4th that year, but who says we don't have a chance for that right now?
You said last week that you don't look at the standings. With 8 games left, do you allow yourself to peak and kind of figure where you're at and where you want to be?
I'll peek at the standings. I'll look at it in the Times-Union, and I'll look at it in the Gazette, both papers. But it's not like I sit there and do the points and the math and go over. I just got to worry about today's practice and playing Friday. Like, to me, that's what's important.
Speaking of which, is it safe to say Harvard's one of the scarier teams, or at least one of the hotter teams in the ECAC right now, based on the last couple weekends?
Yeah, just watching them play at Dartmouth, Dartmouth and Harvard game, which was nice to see because we played both those teams, and Dartmouth really, I thought looked good, and then Harvard just when they kicked it in, it was impressive. So they got some talented forwards, and they have, probably one of the best D cores in our league, and people could wrestle with having the best D in our league with Fox. I think the Prisky kid from Quinnipiac is right with him, but that kid has been, I'll tell you what, consistent, and he's fun to watch.
And he's not the only D-man who's near the top of their stat list
Right.
now. And where does that come from? Why are they so proficient from the back line scoring and getting points?
Yeah, to me, that's an easy one. It's called power play.
Right.
Yeah, it's called power play. And, the times that we've had those type of defensemen, we had a pretty good power play, and they just put up 30-point years. We're just built differently this year, that's all. But that's not to say that next year or down the stretch or something that doesn't kick in. You just never know.
Is there any update or timetable on Campolito, who's been out for a while now?
Still pretty raw.
Not close.
No.
Coach, I know we've asked this question before, but what's kind of key to becoming just a more consistent team? Had a number of weekends where it's been, one good game and one off night. What's just kind of key towards being more consistent down the stretch here?
Sure. Let's wait for that consistency question. And no, I'm glad you asked it. Is something that the teams, I was just talking to our football coach out there, Jeff Berman, about it. the teams that you put up on your wall are the teams that were most consistent. And the teams that you talk about, the guy, you know, who was, I think he was chanting, "We're still here," Tom Brady. They were consistent. They've always have been. And to me, that's the toughest thing in sports. I think in life is to be consistent. And how we work on that is through practice. Because I watched and looked at the coaches' comments from the team on the past two teams that were the teams of the week. And what their coaching staff had stated was we had great weeks of practice. And we were consistent through our practice, which helped them in the games. And then I also noticed that the kids start reading about themselves, and they lost the games the next weekend. So there you go. You just never know.
Is that why they weren't available after Friday's game?
No, I wanted to shield them. I wanted them to start getting focused on the next night. Forget about that. What would have happened? You know, they already had a coach that was going to go overboard with it, so they didn't need to. They didn't need to add to it.
Coach, coming off last weekend, what was your message to the team?
After,
Just the weekend in general, both games.
well, I think Friday night you guys know how I felt, so I'll leave that one alone. And then Saturday night, it was a role reversal. Just how proud our staff was of them, their response, their pushback, and it was our best game of the year. I know I've said one of the best. It was our best game of the year, and it was really impressive. Because I look back too, and look, I don't think we've ever beat Colgate 6-0. Ever. Even when they were in 12th place, I looked, and I think we were 2-0 during the year. And you saw, well, I don't know if you were here then, but they whomped us in playoffs that year, and they were 12th, and they came in here, and I believe we finished first. So, again, it's always a battle in this league. But to come back like that, it was really impressive. It was fun to watch too.
When you go back to the consistency thing, when you see, when we saw how pissed off you were on Friday, but then you see how, it's in the span of 24 hours,
Yeah.
it's almost like it's a different team. Is that some kind of stuff that keeps you up at night, wondering why does it happen like that?
Yeah, I mean, but what makes it a heck of a lot easier is having a good bunch of guys in the locker room that don't take it personal. And that was the message after we watched film of our effort, and it wasn't, you needed thick skin coming in. You can't hide in your stall on Saturday morning watching the Cornell clips. And they were all attentive, focused. We regrouped, and once that was over, it was over. And not one guy took it personal. And to me, it was really impressive to see. And we just got after Colgate with video and moved on.
But are these kids cognizant of the fact that, as each weekend goes by,
Yeah.
it's 2 of them knocked down, and there's 2 less games to play. You got 8 now.
Yeah. Especially the seniors, they all know that you get 34 games. We're down to 8. So I don't think I need to be a math teacher here for them. I think they're pretty smart kids. They've figured it out, but we can talk about it till we're blue in the face. But we got to, as we said, we got to be a little bit more short on the talk and more long on the action. And that was the words that we used going into Colgate.
You mentioned this, and you've talked about this earlier in the season too. You guys have so many seniors on this team. Everybody needs to have a sense of urgency, considering the position you guys are in. But are the seniors kind of trying to impress on the younger kids that running out of games here at all?
Yeah, I mean, we definitely keep it a theme in the locker room. You only get so many. Like you said, I said it earlier this season. But getting down to our last 8 league games, and we really kind of have to play every game like it's our last, because these points are huge. So I think they're gonna if we play well, we come out and we take care of our game plan every night. I think we'll like where we end up, but at the same time, like you said, these games mean so much. So we're trying to let everyone know in the locker room that we only have so many points that we can get left, and every game means so much, because before you know it, we're going to be in the playoffs.
Was it encouraging to see how you guys respond on Saturday against Colgate last week after the disaster against Cornell on Friday? And if so, what can you guys draw from that would be
Yeah, I mean, we were a different team Saturday night than we were Friday night. I think we need to understand that we need to go into every game like we came into Saturday night. We need to play that way, like every single game, especially with the games dwindling down here. But obviously, it's encouraging to see what we can do when we're at our best. So I think we just need to get that message across, and we need to come out every game with that mentality.
It's been a kind of a rolling theme all season when you guys talking about stuff like that. Does it kind of drive you crazy a little bit that you guys can't just like stay steady for like, come on, let's get 4 games in a row like that? Or
Yeah.
3, or?
Yeah, obviously it's tough, but that's how sports go. So we're trying to fix it and do everything we can to really keep that consistency and drive the consistency throughout the team. So hopefully we can become more consistent moving forward.
Obviously, you don't come out wanting to play that way when you play against, like, the game against Cornell. You guys talked about it, thinking, why are we doing that? Why does it happen? Like, one night you're there, one night you're not.
Yeah, I mean, we've definitely talked about it. To get the answers to know why it happens like that sometimes would be awesome, because then we would never let it happen. But we're bouncing things off each other, and we're trying to get back to having that every night. So, I mean, I think going forward we have a good idea, but we're just going to try and we just got to stick with each day and get better in practice every day, and then focus Friday on Friday night's game, and then worry about the rest that later. But we just got to come out and execute every single night.
So no one's had an answer.
No, I mean, if there was an answer for that, some sports would be a lot different.
Harvard's got a bunch of D guys in the top of their scoring list, and as Rick pointed out, pretty simple. It's due to the power play. They're very good in that regard. With that in mind, and what are you guys gonna have to do to just stay out of the box on Friday?
Yeah, that's one of our goals every night is to not take undisciplined penalties. So we're going to stick with that theme. But I think if we just keep it simple and play hard, we'll try and stay out of the box as much as we can. No stupid penalties. Obviously, there's going to be calls throughout a game, so we'll deal with it when we get there. But I think they obviously have a great power play. They have a great power play every year. So when it comes to the kill, we're really going to need to be sharp and plugged in and force the issue against their power play and do everything we can to deter those D from running the system.
Do you guys feel like you've done a decent job of not taking I mean, obviously everyone's going to take some amount of penalties, but have you avoided what would be categorized as stupid ones? Or?
Yeah, I think we've done a decent job for the most part. Obviously, we don't want to take like hooking or tripping penalties in the offensive zone, because those penalties just so far away from your net, they're not really going to prevent goals. So penalties like that, we kind of look at as stupid penalties. So I think for the most part, as long as we're not taking those dumb penalties in the offensive zone, and more so if we're taking penalties in the D zone where we have to, those are kind of what we want to take.
The number one goalie yet, but the way that Hanson's been playing, how would you describe the way he's been playing?
Unbelievable. He's the one we can thank for a bunch of our wins. I mean, he's been I think he's been saving our asses all year long, and I think if you look at the other way, I think the times where he hasn't, it's mostly on our fault that we haven't backed up him. So, but he's done a tremendous job, and that competition between him and Kupski is what breeds great goalies. So.
Yes, Brett, kind of the same thing. As far as the seniors go, and there's a bunch of them on this team, how much are you guys kind of like looking at the schedule like, boy, we only got a couple left, we got to make the most out of this?
No, definitely. That's we say that every game, especially league games. You only get so many. Now we have 8 left, so it is what it is. But at the same time, we're trying to focus on the now. So take it step by step. So right now it's today's practice, going after it, and then focus for Friday's game against Harvard. And we're just looking at pretty short term right now. So.
I know you're not a stat monger, but you've been stuck on 99 career points for 4 games now. I don't know if you're aware of that.
Yeah.
And granted, 2 of the games were shutouts where nobody got anything. So, but I don't know if you were aware that you were on that number, and Brett, of course, already passed it this year.
My mom has reminded me 89 times.
Okay.
So, yeah, no,
Thanks, Mom.
she lets me know. So, that's
How do you feel about that?
No, it's just the way it goes. You know, I think the last 4 games I've had a pretty good play. I've got a lot of chances. Just hasn't gone in, so nothing I'm paying too much attention to. I'm just keep doing my things.
You're not pressing.
Huh?
You're not pressing out there, thinking about it.
No, definitely not. I just turn back to my strength and trying to play my style of hockey, and it goes in when it goes in. So.
How about the Harvard defense, and they got a bunch of guys near the top of their scoring list right now. What do they do well, and how important is it for you guys to stay out of the box?
Yeah, they're very skilled. Obviously, they have one of the best power plays in the league or in the country. So that's going to be huge, staying out of the box. I also think our PK has moved a lot forward. I think our PK is great where it is right now. We're just getting better. So, but they're very skilled D. I think keys to success is just be very physical. I know in the past we've beaten them, and we just played a very heavy game. Kind of takes away their skilled players. So I think that's going to be one of the keys.
Specifically, Fox, what makes him a good player?
Well, he's incredible. He's fast. He's skilled. He's a guy you can't really go out and lunge because he goes around you easily. So you have to be aware when he's on ice.
What was the feeling like in the locker room after the Cornell game?
Frustrating, kind of. Well, we got like the air beat out of us. Like it felt like we knew how we got our battle out there. We knew how, honestly, we deserved to lose that game, and we knew it, and we knew how much better we were. So there was a lot of anger that came out that we kind of processed into Saturday's game. So just like frustration to not put us in that situation again.
Is this team better when it plays ticked off?
I think that's more. I would say so. It's personal. I think it's from player to player. Some players they play good when they're mad. Some players don't. I think it's more personal. Yeah.
How about you?
I'm probably better when I'm a little bit cool because I can get a little heated in my head, and then I just do stupid plays instead. So, but I like to be cool. Yeah.
The way you were playing the last 2 games, I mean, more off the Cornell game, you wouldn't be able to hang that on your teammates rather than yourself. But do you look at yourself right now as the guy that's number 1?
No, I don't think here at Union we'll really ever have a number 1 goalie. I think that Rick likes to have the competition aspect between us too. I think not having, the set in stone number 1 goalie, it lets me and Jake both push each other in practice during the week and in games, and I have no doubt that Jake will see the ice again sometime soon. So it's just up to me to keep playing my game and to focus on that. And I am not surprised by that at all, and I don't think that'll probably change anytime soon.
You've had 2 shutouts in the last 3 games. What are you doing right?
I don't know. It's weird as a goalie. You just kind of take what comes at you. I feel I do a great job of just kind of keeping it level-headed. Just trying to play my game. Every time you step out on the ice, the 2 shutouts in 3 games is nice, but it's easy to forget too. In that 3rd game, I got pulled in the first period, so it doesn't feel so much like that. But just this whole year for me personally, I've just felt a lot more ahead of the play than I did last year being a freshman. So it's encouraging for me, and I feel I have a chance in every shot that comes my way, and hopefully that feeling stays with me the rest of the way.
Rick said he loves a goalie with a short memory. Using the example of how you performed against Colgate after what happened against Cornell, is that an easy thing to do to throw that one out?
No, it's never easy. It's just being a competitor. Like I said, I like to keep it mellow, but we're all competitors, and when you lose and when you get embarrassed like that, it hurts. So the best part about it is just you get 2 games in a weekend, and Saturday you get a chance to redeem yourself. So it's not so much just it is a short memory, you're right, but for me, it's just more, I'm excited to get back in and right the ship, you know, rather than it's just completely forgetting about the game no matter what.
Barring early departure, you still have a lot of games left at this school. But meanwhile, you got a ton of seniors on this team that this is it for them. Just a couple more weekends. Can you sense from them that they're urging the younger guys, you know, these games are precious and we got to take each
Yeah, you know, we have what, 4 weeks of the regular season left, so the mindset's there. You know, like yesterday, it smelled like spring outside, and it's a wake up call. You know, so it's the crunch time for the year now. We all want to be, you know, have a good finish for these seniors because ever since we came in, I know especially our class, you know, we love our senior class, and it's gonna be hard to imagine what it's gonna be like without those guys. So we want to send them out on a good note, and like I said, it's crunch time now. So.
Do you think this team is starting to figure out how to be more consistent?
I don't know. I mean, we haven't proven it yet. We're definitely taking steps towards that. We talk a lot now. It's not about talk, it's about doing. And as far as I'm concerned, we haven't done it yet. So this weekend will be a good test for that.